Some of you, especially if you are a pigeon, will have only seen Andy from the neck up. But today he is stepping out from the hide for some exceptionally high-flying pheasant shooting. He's a guest here today as a thank you for helping out with the cover crops which, as many of those watching in the UK will appreciate, have been difficult to manage with the appalling wet weather we've had. Crow and his son also beat here regularly, so he knows the guns and how well the birds fly.
You see some nice birds here. Well, to the top of them trees is hard, and we're up, well, 3/4 way out the bank, and a pheasant over the top of them trees is going to be harder than most normal shoots. So it is good birds here, serious birds.
On the first drive, shoot manager Mike tells Andy where he wants him.
Yeah.
They start coming through here and Nigel starts missing him.
All right.
You can have a crack at some nice birds.
Okay.
On most occasions, he'll be a back gun. Andy's cousin Gary is also here today, not to shoot nor to load, but just to enjoy the scenery, the weather and the company. Could pheasant shooting become a major spectator sport? Today, that depends on how well Andy shoots. The first drive doesn't deliver much for Mr. Crow, but the birds flying across this Surrey Valley are wonderful to watch. When Andy does get into the shooting, he'll be trying out some speciality pheasant cartridges from British ammunition manufacturer Hull Cartridges.
I'm shooting some quite high birds today. I've been sent some high pheasant extreme. I've asked for them in size 5 shot. We're only using fibre wad here, 32 gram. Because they are serious birds here. Everyone that knows me knows what cartridge I use. These are totally different to what I'm used to using. And I'm going to see how they go. I want to give them a good try today.
Drive 2 is a favourite of Andy's, and if it goes well, there should be some screamers.
Tell me about the gun, Andy.
Gary's brought this up. Brought this up for me to use. So. He's had it since he was 17. He bought it from Chris Potter Guns. It's only a Maruku. It's, well, only a Maruku, it's a lovely gun. I shoot it well. I shoot it better than him, that's why he lets me use it. So, it's just that me using my auto here wouldn't really go down very well, I don't think.
He's certainly got his eye in for this one and makes some cracking shots.
Getting a feel of these cartridges now. Yeah, I'm getting on. Well, there's some nice shots there. Had a couple of silly misses, but it'd be boring if you got everything to shoot at, wouldn't it?
Time for a snifter, for medicinal purposes only. In case you are wondering, this man is not a midget, but a normal-sized bloke with an enormous hip flask. The first 2 drives were just a warm-up for this one. If it were a ride at a fairground, it would be known as the Beast or the Big One. The birds can be as much as 150 yards above you, well out of range for most shooters, so it has got Andy's blood pumping.
Yeah, I've seen them fly off this drive before. They are some of the best birds I've ever seen. You've got to know your stuff to get these. And well, we'll see how they come over today, but I was up there beating a few weeks back, and they take off from the top of the bank, and we've got a wood behind us, and they're making for where the pen is at the top of the wood. And I've seen them come over here. They come over here, some of them 100, 150 yards up, and they are, well, they're not, well, they are unshootable really. Unless you're Jules Digweed, and it's a bit different. He's in a different league, so people like him can shoot them up to 100 yards, but I can't. I don't claim to either. So, but let's just see how it goes.
There are a few partridge in here too, but it's the pheasants that are supplying the sport. And here comes Andy's bird of the day. He later confesses that it's one of the birds of his life. Unfortunately, cameraman David's New Year yoga classes have come a bit late to bend with the shot, but he gets on it for the re-entry and the splashdown.
I won't get better than that. That's what you come out here for, to shoot them big ones, and to shoot something like that. It's made my day, that, as I'll tell you.
Very impressed, yeah. I'd like to have had a go. I don't think I'd have hit it though. Cool. That was high.
After a shot like that, you do just want to put your gun away and go home so as not to spoil the moment. But then again, with birds like this, it's worth sticking around.
Yeah, I'm not a big man on the pheasants anyway. You've only got to have one shot like that, and You can take that home and remember it for a while. Because I'll tell you, oh, that was some shot. Yeah, no, it's like I say, it's not big bag with pheasants anyway, it's just picking the birds you want to shoot, and that was one that I wanted to shoot. When I come here I was a bit worried, I didn't think I was going to hit anything on here because they do come off here seriously high. So, but no, I'm having a good day. I didn't start off too good, but these cartridges are performing well, so I shot that one nicely, so yeah.
On the last drive before lunch, Andy stands behind the guns which are lined up along the bottom of the valley. Andy gets a few chances on birds that have already ducked and weaved past a number of shots. Thankfully, this one is not his. It's a foot away from an insurance claim. It's been another great drive, and there is plenty of praise for those who have shot well.
How'd you get on?
I got two.
Did you?
Two there, yeah. Nice old cockbird dropped on.
Did you shoot the hen bird?
Yeah.
The one that nearly hit the cart?
No, cockbird, yeah. Was it close? Second barrel. That's far away.
Yeah, about 2 foot away.
I heard everyone shout.
Yeah. Thanks, cheers.
Lunchtime and a chance to talk over this morning's shooting. This group of guns have shot well today. They've had to. It wouldn't be much fun for a novice here. With the days being so short at this time of year, everyone decides to save dessert for later. The last drive is another stormer. The valley is perfect for the experienced gun. Andy used to be farm manager on this ground and grew up around here. He's known some of the guys here since he was a boy. So, before the ground rings out with shots, let's find out whether the crow prefers a day on the pigeons or the pheasants.
A good day's pigeon shooting takes a lot of beating. Had a lot of beating. But like today, it's been a brilliant day. Outstanding day.
When the birds come, it's fast and furious. Andy picks the bird he wants way in front and stays on it. It's a technique that's working well for him.
Pays to pick out a bird and concentrate on it. Don't change your mind, stay on it. That's what I always do. Because you made up your mind on that bird, so just stick with it. That's what I always do.
Cousin Gary has generously been offered a shot on this last drive, and Andy keeps him on his toes. We have been so lucky today. The weather has been with us, which is a miracle, and we've been able to witness some great shooting by Andy and the rest of the guns on ground that keeps everyone searching the heavens for their next opportunity.